Discuss two problems in this case, LeetCode 232 and LeetCode 225. They're pretty similar, so that's why I wanted to group them as one video. LeetCode 232 asks you to implement queue using stack data structure, and 225 asks you to do the opposite, implementing stack using queue. Before we discuss, please share, like, subscribe, and hit the bell button for notifications. Also, I have added a lot of DSA, and of late I have been adding some system design questions to the community page. I will also add DSA as well. Please check it out. Hopefully it will help you in your education or job search process. Now back to the problem. So you are given, you have to implement queue using stack. So when you push, it goes as a last in first out, but when you pop, you need to get the bottommost element first out of the stack. So in order to do that, you use an input stack and an output stack. So whenever you need to take the bottommost element out, you just keep on popping the stack from input to the output and then pop from the output, so which simulates the queue's pop. And that's what is happening. So push, you don't have to do anything. You just keep on pushing onto the input stack. And when you do pop or peak, that's when you have to move from input to the output stack. So this is what you do. So when you do pop, if output is empty, you haven't built it yet, that's when you do if the output is empty, you move input to the output. Let's go and check out this function. So the move input to output is, while input is not empty, you just push the input from the topmost element and then do the pop. And because this top does not actually take the element out, so that's why you have to do the pop. That's the standard STL logic. So once this is built, then now the output stack is exactly like a queue. So when you pop out of it, it is you are getting the front element of the queue, and when you peak also you are getting the top element of the queue. And the empty function is basically if both are empty, that's when you actually return it to be true. Otherwise, if input is not empty, then you have to move input to the output, and then so you can still, the queue is not empty. So let us take a 20 and 30 and you are extracting it out. So when you push 10, 20 and 30, so when you extract, you need to get into the same order 10, 20 and 30. Let us see how it's going on. So you push input stack 10 and then see, if you see, it is 20, 10. So when you pop from, actually if you had popped from the input stack itself, it is incorrect. It is behaving as a stack, not as a queue. And so here if you push the 30 also, it looks like more like a stack. So now when you actually try to pop, so that's when the moving elements happens from input stack to output stack, and it is constructed as 10, 20, 30. This is exactly like a queue, and when you pop, the front element 10 will come out because you pushed 10 got into the queue first, so it should come out first. And that's it for, if you know, let me know if you have any comments for LeetCode 232. And now coming to 225, it's the opposite. You have to implement stack using queue. So here actually the majority of the work is done when you push. There when you pop is when the work is done in the previous scenario. So in this case So if you push, like currently the stack is say AB, and if you push, it becomes, because it's a queue, it goes at the end, so it would become ABC, whereas you want it to be CAB because you just pushed C, so it has to be CAB. So in order to accomplish that, you actually do this for loop, which goes from 0, and in this case the queue size is 3, so 3 minus 1 is 2, so I equals to 0 and I is less than 2, so it traverses twice. So it just takes out A and then pushes it to the end of the queue. The queue will be BAC at this point, and once again, one more time you do, it becomes CAB. So it is exactly like a stack. So the stack before you pushed C was like AB, now it is CAB. And so when you pop, you just extract the front element of the queue and then pop it, and the top is now, because you are always maintaining the queue data structure as a stack simulation, so you can directly, there's no moving input to output or anything like that. So there's only one queue which is needed here. And so the pop is eliminating pop from the front, and then top is also, you return the front element of the queue. So if you see here, we push 10, 20, 30 onto the stack. So you push 10 onto the stack, and then you push 20 onto the stack. It is actually 10 and 20. So but that for loop makes that come back to 30, 20 and 10. And so in the case of you push 30 also, that's when when you actually do that for loop, it becomes 30, 20 and 10. So when you pop 30 first, and then 20, and then 10, and that's it. Let me know if you have any questions or comments about this LeetCode 225, and otherwise I will see you in the next video. Bye.